Good morning to everyone. In the last class, we have discussed about uh, screens and subscreens, right? And I will execute that same report once again here. The transaction code is ZMM underscore 05, right? I will go to the next session. ZMPP underscore 05. This is the transaction code, and I'm clicking on enter button. So the data is coming like this, right? So here, I'm trying to give something country here, right? But I want to give something drop down. Okay, drop down I have to select here. So here I have to give something one down arrow mark button, and if I click on the down arrow mark button, I want to display some list of countries here. Okay, I have to select from those countries only. Okay, fine. So first of all, I have to get know the country names here. Okay, country code and country name will be there. So I will go for that country names. One table is there. T0005T, I think so. Exactly, don't exactly. We'll check that one. Okay, country names. This is the exact one. And here I am executing. Here A for Australia. Austria. Okay, fine. Okay. Something names. This is the country code here. Country code and this is the country name. Okay. For example, I will take India. Okay. The country code for India is IN. I'm trying to execute here. So country code is IN and the country name is India. So I have to display these two things. Okay, land one and land X. Land X. Okay. So first of all, I will go to the program now. So this is the program, and where I want to add that one in the output, just check it once. So in the first subscreen, okay, the first subscreen country is coming here. So for that country, I want to add that drop down here, right? So the what is the screen number for this one? The screen number is I think 2001. So here 2001 is coming. Double click on this one. So click on the layout button. This is the customer information. Okay, so I also want to do the changes in the customer only. So this is the output. Okay, so here customer information is coming. In this customer information, country is coming. For this country I want to give some drop down. Okay, if I click on something down arrow mark button, then I want to display some country codes here. Okay, this is the default values. Okay, these all are the default values. Okay, whenever the screen is coming, at that time only those country names will come here. Okay, default value should come here. So first of all, we have to use something a drop down for this one. Okay, so this is the normal one only. So how the customer number is coming, you can enter something data here like this. Okay, so in the country also you can enter the data like this. right? But now what I'm doing, I cannot enter the data like this. Okay, I don't want to enter the data like this. Okay, I want to select. So something drop down will come here. So in that drop down, I have to select the country name. Okay, but I cannot enter the data directly here. So at that case, in this case, we have to here country there, right? Just double click on this one. Okay, here drop down is coming. Okay, drop down. Just click on this button here. List box is coming. So this is a drop down here. Okay, in our situation also. So the country is coming here, right? So something down arrow mark will come here like this. Okay, if you click on that down arrow mark, I want to display some list of possible values like this list box. It is coming like this here, right? So in our case, we have to display like IN India, D Germany, okay, CA Canada, like that I want to display. Okay, now I'm selecting here list box. Okay, list box I am selecting. So you can see here something down arrow mark is coming here. Okay, down arrow mark. Fine. Now I will click on back button. Okay, here I want to add the values by default. Okay, so whenever the screen is coming at that time only I want to display those details, right? So default values means we have to go for PBO. Okay, default values means PBO should come here. So I will create one PBO here, and before that one I will create one include for PBO. So this is for PAI, right? So I will create one more include for PBO. PBO. So include created here, and I'm clicking on back button. Okay, now this is a PBO, right? Double click on this one, PBO. Double click on it. Click on S button. So where do you want to save this one? This is a PBO, set PBO event. So I am selecting the PBO include. Okay, click on OK button. So here by default something set PF status and set title bar like that is coming. Okay, and these two are coming in the commenting, right? We will discuss about that one also. Here now I want to add something drop down values. Someone is asking question.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, could you repeat that creating PBO, sir? Once again.
PBO.
So you created one include, no, sir. Could you show once again? 2 times you have saved it, no?
So this is the PBO here. I'm taking one more include here. Include get MPP5 underscore POV. This is a different one. POV I'm selecting here. This is not created yet. So I want to create it. So I'm double clicking on it. So it is asking you include this POV does not exist. Do you want to create it? Yes, I want to create it. So so click on S button. So the title is it is asking save package TR number. So just I'm activating it. Okay. So I will remove it once again. So now what I'm doing in the screen 2001, I want to give some default values.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the country key here. So for this one, I want to give some default values. So I'm coming for PBO here. Okay, PBO. I'm double clicking on this module. This module did not create it. I want to create it now. So double click on it. So click on S button. So where do you want to save this one? Okay. So it is asking here. I have created 3 includes here for PAI, PBO, POV. Okay. So this is a PBO module. So I'm selecting PBO here and click on enter button. Automatically, it is showing you something set PS status and set title bar like that. Okay, we will discuss it later. And now I will write the code here. Okay, so if you want to apply something, drop down values to the input field, then we have to use one function module. Okay, VRM underscore set underscore values. VRM underscore set underscore values. This is the function module. So just click on enter button. Here ID and values it is asking. Okay, ID and values it is asking. ID means, so in the input screen, in the 2001 screen, the 2001 screen, what is the input field here? Drop down field is there, right? So what is that name here? Barkete KN1 land one. I just copy that name. Click on back. And now double click on status once again. So it will come here. Now we have to pass this one in a single quotation. Okay, that field name, the field name we have to pass here. Or here values. Okay, so if I click on drop down button, I want to display something values, right? And here the values I don't know which type of structure I have to pass here. Okay, which type of structure I have to pass here, I don't know. So double click on this function module name. So this is the function module. Click on import tab. So in the import tab, values are coming. Okay, and here association type VRM underscore values is coming, right? Just copy this one. Okay, just copying. Click on back button, and here I will try to. I will declare one internal table and work area here. Data ITVRM type the type name. ITVRM like now ITVRM. Okay, so this is the work. This is the internal table structure. This one. Okay, VRM underscore values. If you double click on it, you can get to know VRM underscore values type VRM value occur zero they are declaring here. Okay, so occur zero means this is the internal table as well as work area. Both it will treat like both. So I'm declaring that internal table. By using type only I'm declaring because it's the internal table now. Okay, IT VRM type VRM values, and by using this internal table name I'm declaring the work area by using like line of internal table name. Okay, now I have to pass the data in this ITVRM. Okay, now I have to pass the values in the ITVRM. How can we pass? So line by line only possible. So first of all, we have to fill the work area VRM. Okay, okay, fine. This is the work area VRM, and what type of fields are available here? I don't know exactly. So double click on this VRM underscore values once again. So it is coming like this, and double click VRM underscore value here. This is a structure, and here key and text two fields are coming. Okay, key and text two fields are coming. So key and 1 minute. Key and text. Key and text. So key means I am passing here IN India. Okay, IN I am passing here, and the text is India. I will append the data. Append work area VRM to ITVRM. clear or get a VRM. Same thing, I will copy and I will paste for the next line. Okay, and this is the D, and this is Germany. And this is the CA. This is Canada. Okay, so if you don't know that country key and country names here, so SAP is providing one table T00150. Okay, T005T. This is the table name, and if you execute here, and I am passing here current language equal to English, and land one I am not passing anything. Just click on execute button, then you can get to know the country keys and country names. Okay, this is the country key and this is the country name. Okay. Fine. So I am passing the, I am passing the data into the internal table. Now I will pass this ITBRM. Okay, I will pass this ITBRM into the values here. ITBRM. Okay, and exceptions are coming. So I will uncomment these exceptions here. And size of words is not required. So I am commenting here. Okay, now I will double click on the main program, right click on it and activate it. So program is activated. Now I will try to execute the program once again. So here back is coming here, right? Back, I am adding the back button. Okay, so manually I am adding the back button, but here back button also is available, but this is in disable mode. Okay, disable mode, this one and the exit cancel, these three things in the disable mode, right? So now I want to activate it. Okay, I want to activate this back button and the cancel and exit, these are things also I want to activate it. Okay, but I don't want to use this back here. Okay, so I want to activate the standard things only. So now as of now, click on back button and execute the program once again here. See here, for the country, it is asking something drop down. Okay, if you click on the drop down button, it is showing you the names. Okay, if you click on IN, okay, India. Okay, so what will happen? Let me check. Here country customer number equal to 123. Customer name. City. Okay, the country I am selecting as India. Okay, now click on save button. New customer information is saved successfully. Now I will check in the table level. This is the ZKNA1 table. 123 is the customer number. So 123. See, this is a 123. Okay, 123 is the customer number and the country key is coming like IN. Okay, so India I have selected there. That is for description. Okay, that is description. So while saving the data in the database, then we have to save like key only. Okay, we have to save in the key. Key the IN only. So it is saving like IN. Okay, so this is a way to provide a drop down to the input screen. Okay, and one more thing, and here I want to activate the back button here. I don't want this back here. I want to activate this one. Okay, so whenever I execute the program, okay, click on back button and one more time I'm executing this one. So transaction name I have given and click on enter button. Okay, at that time only the screen is coming like this, right? And here also I want to apply the back button functionality. I don't want this one. I want to activate this back button. Okay, by default. So by executing the program, by executing the transaction name, okay, so by default I want to display this back button in active mode. Okay, by default what I'm using here. how can we do this one? So by default means in the 2000 screen. Okay, in the 2000 screen. Because whenever you execute the program at the time, 2000 screen only is coming here. Here's a 2000 screen only. Okay, in this 2000 screen, you are dividing some space. In the first space, you are displaying customer information, and the second space, you are displaying company information. Right. So these are main screen. Okay, this is a normal screen and main screen. The screen number equal to 2000 here. So in that 2000, I want to activate this one. Right. So now I will go to the main 2000 screen here. Okay, so here in the layout tab, just deactivate this back button here. I don't want this back here. Okay, I don't want this back. So delete it. I don't want that one. Click on save button. Now click on back button. So this is the flow logic, right? This is the flow logic folder. In the interview, they may ask you questions. What is the use of attributes? What is the use of element list? What is the use of flow logic, like that? Okay, attributes means it will contain the which type of screen it is. It is the normal screen, sub screen, when it is created, who it is created, which type, what is the language. So these all things will be available in the attributes tab. Okay, in the element list we can get to know. So in the designing screen, okay, so what type of elements you have taken there. Okay, you are taking something input output parameter, or you are taking something push button, or you are taking something box, or you are taking something TMZ. Table controller, tab strip, whatever you are taking in the screen. Okay, so those all elements will come in the element list here. Okay, and the flow logic. In the flow logic, the events will available. Okay, PBO, PA, POV, POH events. You can apply the logic here. Okay, now back button functionality, right? I will uncomment it. Now double click on this status underscore 200, or you can rename this one. Okay, this is not fixed name. You can rename this one. I am applying back button. Okay, back button. The module name is back button. Double click on it. Click on S button. So where do you want to save this one? I want to save this one in the PBO include. Okay. PBO include. Here I want to add some set PF status. Set PF status. The status name equal to just I'm taking stat as of now. Okay, you can take any name here. This is not fixed. This is also not fixed here. Okay, status name is also not fixed here. I am taking SDAT or HJF. I will take. Okay, HJF. Now double click on it. Okay, so double click on it. This GUI status HJF does not exist. Do you want to create it? Yes, I want to create this one. Okay, so now it is going to the SC41 screen. Okay, SC41 screen. That in the SC41 transaction is for menu painter. Okay, if you want to add any menu buttons, then we have to go for SC41. So you can execute this SC41 separately, or you are giving set PF status and status name here, right? And I'm double clicking on the status name. Okay, if you double click on that one, automatically it will go to SC41 transaction only. This is SC41 transaction, and here I'm giving something menu buttons. Okay, so back button functionalities. So function keys are coming here, right? So this is a back. I'm providing here back, cancel, exit. Okay, 4 things: cancel and exit. Okay, these 3 things I am activating here. Now save it, activate it. It's activated. Now once again double click on the main program, activate it. Fine, it's activated. Okay, it's activated. In the 2000 screen, in the PBO, I am adding back, cancel, exit. 3 buttons I am adding here. Okay, so if you click on back button, then the functionality you have to write. Okay, so by default the icons will display. Okay, but if you click on back button, or if you click on exit button, which functionality we have to update, that the code we have to write here. So where we have to write the code? In the PAI, because I am clicking on something button. Okay, I am clicking on something button. Then PAI event will trigger. So I will go to the PAI here. Okay, already I have taken here back button. So here this is also back button and this is also back button, right? But it is coming the PI, it is coming the PBO. Fine, no issue. And here I am taking only back. Okay, previously I have taken back button, push button I have taken, right? So for that one I have written the code here. Okay, and here I will take case SY1 become when back, when cancel, when exit, in case. So for everything leave program only will come here. Shift F1. Okay, now I'm taking like this. So if I click on back button, leave program, cancel button, leave program, and exit button, leave program, because this is the first screen. Okay, this is the first screen. If you click on back button or cancel button, exit button, whatever it is, it will go to the, it will terminate the program. Okay, now I will activate it. I will execute the program once again here. This is the old program. I mean, now I have removed this back button here. Okay, I have removed the back button. So I will execute it once again, then it won't come. Okay, as of now it is coming here, right? Just click on back button, program is terminating. So one more time I am executing the program. See here back button is not coming. Okay, back button is not coming. Now here these three buttons are coming. Okay, back, exit, cancel. Right. Now I am clicking on the back button. See here it is terminating here. Okay, so this is the way to add the buttons. Okay, by default I am adding the buttons. And fine, and one more concept. So you already know about table control. Okay, you already know about table control. Now I will discuss about tab strip. Tab strip. What is this tab strip here? Okay, anyone is use 1 minute. Someone is doing something enhancement here. So there is a standard screen. Okay, so if you want to see the billing information, the screen is coming like this. So this is the table control. Okay, so you already know how to design the table control. Okay, you already know about that one. And here something tabs are coming here. Okay, header is coming and header partners are coming, conditions. Okay, conditions are coming, and for trade, customs, header text, global trade management, something tabs are coming here. Okay, so now we have to discuss about this one. Okay, what is the header, what is the header partners mean? How can we design this one? Okay, so each and every tab something separate screen is coming here. Okay, separate screen is coming, so how can we design that one? Fine, now I will click on back button. Now the tab strip concept. Okay, table control is okay. Now I'm going for tab strip. Okay, so in the single screen I'm adding something tabs. If I click on the tab, I mean header text I'm clicking, so respected screen is coming here. Okay, so for trades, customs is coming, so here also it is coming like this, right? So now I want to add like that. How is it possible? Now what I will do, and here I will add something. First of all, screen, right? So screen will be like this. Okay, screen will be like this. So in this screen I will add something, sales document number. Sales document number, sales order number I'm taking here, and this is the input. Okay, this is the input. Fine. Now here I will add something, push button. Okay, I will add something push button, get data. Okay, get data is a push button. Okay, so I will give something S1 number, and I will click on get data. At that time I want to display some tab strip. Okay, I want to display something tab strip. Okay, tab strip. So once you create the tab strip, by default it will uh, display two tabs here. Okay, it will display two tabs. So first one is the I'm giving here something header information. Header. So header item. Okay, two tabs I'm taking here. Okay, header and item. So how the screen is coming in the VF03 transaction? So in the VF03, it is displaying something more than here 6 tabs are coming here. Okay, 6 tabs are coming. As of now, I am adding 2 tabs only here. Okay, you can add if you want to add one more tab here. Okay, I want to add something, billing information for the sales document number. What is the billing? Okay, so I want to add billing also. Sorry. billing tab. Okay, and here I'm giving something like this. Okay, so I'm giving something sales document number and get data. Okay, at the time 3 tabs will come here. One tab strip, this concept is called tab strip here. Okay, tab strip here, 3 tabs are coming: header and item and billing. Okay, sales order header information, sales order item information, and billing information. Okay, now I want to display some table control here. Okay, something table control I want to display here. So whatever it is the header data or item data or whatever it is, I want to display that one. Fine. I mean, I'm giving some lines here like this. Okay, something table format. This is a table control, right? So something table I'm displaying here. Okay, so in this way, I want to display something table. Okay, header data, item data, billing data, whatever it is, I'm displaying something table control here. Okay, in the table control, I want to display header information or item information or billing information. Okay, this is the requirement now. Okay, this is the requirement. So first of all, I will go to the program.